Show us your tips from Saturday preview. I was going to say midweek. They're Saturday preview time. Daggy and Beaver are back with you. Beaver, you're back. Hello. Missed you.
Yes. Missed me, what for? A couple of days?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It is, mate.
Plug out midweek previews by myself. Lucky it was full of winners, so I felt better.
Yeah, mate, that's why I let you have a bit of glory for once and go solo for the midweek, and well done on that.
What's news? Any cracking? Watching the cricket?
Bit of watching the cricket, bits and pieces of sport, Australian Open, and preparing for Saturday's race meetings, which, let's not dwell on the quality of horses running around, other than let's hope that we can find some winners in there.
Geez, it's been a real good summer in Melbourne, hasn't it? What a
yes,
6 weeks they've put together, but Sydney's not much better this weekend. But anyway,
Sydney's about the worst I've seen it in a long time. I think found it quite a tricky card to get through, but hopefully I've come up with a few for the punters to follow and get some chockies.
Beautiful. We speaking of chockies, just thanks to everyone who has jumped on a new channel. It's been a pretty productive first week. Obviously out fending for ourselves now, but we've got some exciting stuff to come. Volks Cardio just wrote in and gave us a bit of a G up. Thanks for that. I'm sure he's excited for the UFC this Sunday and more so next February. Flino just wrote in and said that he has bundled up our best and values every week, and he's making a nice profit from them. So that's good. Kudos to you, and stick around. There's more to come in 2024, especially now the rain's gone.
Yes.
Tell a friend and comment and leave your best below as well. It all helps us out as we kick off again. But we're going to kick off here at Flemington, where we've got good weather. Rail in the 9-metre position. Good track too. All systems go here. I don't know how much he's going in this first race, but we've got the mile benchmark 100 to start the day. And your mate Bermudez, is it ever going to win another race? Surely this is it if it is.
I think that's the case. Only 6 starters here, and only 2 in single-figure odds here. The rest haven't struck form recently, and their odds show that as well. Looks to be a match race between Bermudez and the last start winner, Super Razi. I am going to go with Bermudez. 3 runs in this prep have all been pretty good, and just found one better on the day, and I don't think that's because it's a non-winner. I just think that just found some decent horses. Holy Man's got the run of the race last start, was well backed and well weighted for that race and won well. And Bermudez didn't shirk its task there. So I think with any luck in running here and a little bit of pace, if there is any, that would be my only concern. Should still be able to wear him down.
If it doesn't win this, it'll never win another race. Simple as that.
Correct.
Holy Man's would be $1.40 here. Pesquero would be favourite here too if you're going back through the form. Best horse could even roll forward and lead. These has done in the past, so should win. The second is a 2,520 metre benchmark 78. A little shocked this thing came up $2 when I went back and looked at the first start where it couldn't keep up for a mile and then ran past some shit horses. That said, it only has to run past some shit horses here. Can you get enthused about $2 though?
Yeah, it was hard to get keen on. You're probably getting about 210, 220 now.
Yeah, 220.
You may get a little bit better, but geez, it's again, you're right. They're pretty average horses. I mean, you look at the third favourite, $9 Wertheimer, dead set running last until it won last start at Geelong at $51. So that might have been just a fluke there. And if that's the case, the rest of them don't look to offer too much resistance here. So did win a couple of races before going for a spell last time in. That probably suggests it's good enough to win here. Well weighted 54 and got the right combination, Friedman Lane.
Yeah, not excited about the price. If I was going to have a bet here, I might have something each way on Windsor March, lightly raced. It got out to 2,200 metres, bolted in, beat Tewkesbury, who, is an okay 70-ish grade horse, and some other okay horses there, maybe. But couldn't take 220. See if it blows. May well blow them away, but probably without me, I would suggest. The third is a 1,200 metre no metro win race. Interesting race. I thought, end of the day, Rich Love half picked itself here. Decent runs in town, including a setup here last start. Celine jumps on. We'll roll forward around the $5 mark. I'm going to put it on top from the Wagga horse Progetto. Lightly race winner. Didn't have clear air last time it came to Melbourne. Went back to Wagga and Wodonga horse, sorry, but went back to Wagga and looked pretty impressive there. Fast, up on pace, $9. Next best for me, but not many would shock you.
Yeah, I think that's right. Not many would shock here. This is a very open race, and you're right. Progetto does present good value here. I did stick with Kiko because I just thought last start to win, although it was a maiden, was very, very good.
Yeah.
And put them away quite comfortably there after running nicely when favourite first up at Moonee Valley. Prior to that, had some really nice form up in Brisbane. And I think when they bring them here, even in a Group 3 company, ran it was long odds behind Hawaii 5-0. So I suspect they think this horse has got a little bit of ability. Gets the 3 kilo claim, so gets in with the 51. So I think it's definitely got the lightweight here and can run well. Main danger I had is the top weight, who are Havana. I think it can improve as well. It was a nice win first up, and only had 7 starts, 3 wins, 3 placings. So goes good first and second up. So likes it fresh and will be hard to beat.
Actually, it's never done anything wrong, that top weight.
No.
Apart from getting stuck on a bog track at Warrnambool. It's been in a finish every other start. So
yeah.
Absolutely, no knock on that tip either. The fourth, 1,100 metre benchmark 78. I think this is a nice horse here, the top weight, Osmar. Finished last year in the last prep in the Group 3 Champagne Stakes, chasing Cur Volant. That was probably a late prep run as well. Come back here, trials were fantastic. Gets the outside gate, gets Mark Zara back and fresh. And very easy to like at $4. Noticed some money's come for it this morning. Power Ballad comes down. Did nothing wrong last time out, apart from getting stuck on a bog track behind what's probably a group horse in Shaken. We'll lead them wrong side of the track potentially, but $7 goes in next best. Wanted to pot the orange form, but when I went back and looked at this Bjorn runner, it was very impressive, but it was beating up, some things at Wellington and Orange, which doesn't necessarily excite me for Metro Melbourne, but it is Melbourne. So $4 Osmar looks good. Might save Power Ballad in short. What do you reckon?
No, pretty keen here, Stefi. Magnetica from the Baker stable here. I agree with you. It did beat up Orange and last time in at Wellington, but they were both pretty classy runs. And when horses do that in the country and good trainers bring them to the city, I find that they generally run quite well and had tried well prior to this. That form looks good to me, and this is not a tough race. Like it, Car will get this out and running up onto the pace, and I think it's not going to have to be a superstar to beat many of these. So on top and clear on top for me.
The fifth is the 1,100 metre benchmark 78. Have you had a gut full of kin yet?
I'm not going to get dragged into this one. I know probably down the straight suits better, but I just can't. I can't take it at $2.70. I've left it out. I've gone for a little deep, the Mar Eustace horse. I think he can run really well. First up was good. Then in an open race, wasn't far off Baroque Road when starting favourite, and then put pay to an okay horse in Kusini last start at Moonee Valley. I think the straight will suit it, and never been out of a placing. So I think it can run well and give you a good side around the $5 mark.
Yeah, again, the only thing it's done wrong is get caught on a heavy track 2 starts back. Clearly on top here, I think it's a nice horse. Shin jumps on, it's $5. You can back it each way as it stands at the moment. And agree with everything you said. Sort of had a gut full of kin, but I suggest probably all these favourites can win. So we wouldn't knock anyone who wants to back one of them. Luna Cat will go into an early quaddie, but a little deep, I think. Good way to play the race. The 6th is a mile, benchmark 70, and I think Flemington has Zamourghini written all over it, or vice versa. Zamourghini has Flemington written all over it. Had to sit wide there, bumped out at Moonee Valley last time. Mile, Flemington, big straight, it'll just roll out. I think it can round these up. I guess the concern is Botany resumed okay, will be in front of it. Also might be looking for further second up and might be a slug. Verify's jumped out well. Next best can run well here fresh, but fairly keen on Zamourghini actually. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's got a good chance. I was slightly disappointed with its run last start. I thought it had every chance, to be honest. It had cover and didn't run on as well as I thought it would, but it is a big horse and probably wasn't as suited by Moonee Valley, albeit I think it's run it well at Moonee Valley before. I was a little bit disappointed. It had one, the start before at the Valley. So that step up in company, maybe a bit of a question. I've gone for Navy SEAL here, the Waller trained third up here. First up finished just a few lengths off and behind my boy Birmingham, which wasn't a bad run. And then second up, last start, was in the race won by Monteva and finished off nicely there.
Same race as Zamourghini.
Same race as Zamourghini. So I think one's at $4, one's at $8, finished in front of it. It's third up, so I think it's going to improve. It's got more improvement in it than Zamourghini, drawn better, and has the Waller factor. So that's why I'm leaning that way.
Cool. If that race is no good and we're both wrong, is there an obvious danger away from either of those two?
Oh, mate, I think far and wide.
Yeah.
Far and wide.
Yep. Like I said, maybe Verifier is the fresh blood.
Possibly.
Quaddie starts in benchmark 84 fashion, 1,200 metres. And I'm going to take his favourite on. Not really going out on a massive limb, but I'm just going to stick with Jungle Jim. I thought that was pretty impressive last time. Controls the pace. There's not a heap of other pace here in a sprint race. I'll stick with it around the 370 mark and put it on top. Obviously, Ray's going to be hard to beat. Ray Magnero, I assume you're about to tip. And Dehorn Unicorn, a change of scenery will probably do it good, but it has been pretty much hornless for a while. Pink Bowtie will run well at $10 again. They're the only ones I'll consider for my Quaddie, but what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go Ray. Like the horse, I've been backing it, so I've got to stick with it. And there's no reason not to. It just keeps improving, stepping through the grades, stays at benchmark 84 here. Goes up a few kilos on that, but just keeps improving and knows how to find the line and win. Gets the right draw here, can go wherever it wants. Pace will be on and going to be hardest to beat. So got it on top.
Cool. The next is a benchmark 70, 2,000 metre full field. What's caught your eye?
Yeah, this is a very tricky race here. I narrowed it down to two. I've landed on Torrenzino from my mate, the Pruska stable.
Yeah.
Both runs in this preparation have been quite nice, sort of stepping out now to the 2,000, which it'll be looking for. One at Caulfield over 2,000 last prep. And first up and wasn't too bad. Got back in near the tail of the field and ran on nicely. And then stuck on quite well last start, probably second up Syndrome, probably was expected to win that race. And just now I think it's got full fitness. I think it can run well. Flemington straight or suit, and it'll run the distance. And the main danger, Lording, the Mar Eustace horse. Two fourth placings. This time in, one was behind a pretty good horse in Plenty of Ammo, who was long odds on and killed him. So just okay there. I think he can run well now. It's fitter and another one that's pretty good value.
We'll value all through this. You mentioned horses you keep backing. I'm just going to stick with Dublin Journal. I know it's had 2 up the fence wins there, which were very good rides, but Gate 14 and Mark Zara taking over may be better for it, getting absolute clear air down the outside. I think he's gotten stronger each run this prep, and he's going to be in the finish here. It's $11. $12, in fact. I'll put that on top. From Anoitis, who comes down from Sydney, I think he's going to run well. Not too far off Lyrical Gangster last time out. And I'm suddenly just starting to get nervous about Greta Moon, who's put 2 together, and we know those pain stayers, when they're in form, They tend to stay that way, but
They go well.
yeah, 2 from 6 mainly for me. The 9th is an interesting 1400 metre race, benchmark 84. And I'm going to stick with Bel Air. Now it's broken through. Damien Lane rode it picture perfect last time out. I think gets a similar run here. And drops 5 kilos off the win. So going to have it on top. I just went completely away from that Geelong race, which didn't quite feel right to me, but that is the feeder here. And make the main danger, British Columbia. 3 ride the whole way first up there. Back had a trial tick over win since. Now second up, which it's had a win and a third second up. I think it's going to run better than the market suggests. Anything else I want to talk about? Oh, in my quad at least, I'll throw here's our Bonneville and Fresh. And Rumbot again's going pretty well, gets Celine. I'm assuming you're going to tip Lafargue or something.
I am.
Yep.
How'd you guess?
Just a hunch.
Yeah, good.
It's a bit
work.
like it's like I know you're going to tip Mornington Glory in the last.
Yeah, you do. I absolutely am too. One of the better bets on the card, I think. The Farg here I like as well. I think that they've been outstanding runs this time in and against some good, decent quality horses. Last start was outstanding at Geelong. Got back in the field and just went past them. There was a bit of pace on. Beat a horse that's going okay, fairly consistent in Toronto Terrier. Really liked that run. Prior to that, it's run at Caulfield. Didn't have a lot of luck there. Was pretty much nearly last on the turn and flashed home behind Baldino, who's flying at the moment. And wasn't far off behind Pasquero at Flemington when last here. So I think this horse is a horse that's got enough ability here, has some form in Sydney, and at the double figure odds, quite keen on it. Bel Air, you're right, now it's broken through. Could be hard to beat.
Actually, I didn't realise Lafargue was that big a price. I thought it was...
It's a good price, mate.
I thought it was second favourite in my head. So that's... yeah, makes you hum, doesn't it? The last is 1,000 metre benchmark 70 to wrap us up. And go on, tell us why you can tip this horse again.
I'm going to tip Mornington Glory. A little bit nervous, obviously. It just keeps running into one better, but all of those horses that it has run into have been good horses. Second behind Raymond Agenero. Nice run when wasn't far behind Prancing Spirit, Luna Cat, and Midtown Boss. It flies at Flemington. Its form here is very good. Just keeps running into one better. I'm hoping that's not the case tomorrow, but I think around the $455 mark you're getting is a good price to find out. Got the right draw. 1,000 metres, I think, suits. Main danger, number 2, Wigan. It's a good little horse as well and has won some nice races here or a nice race here back in November and can run well again and only lightly raced and last start at Cranbourne was the first time it's been out of the placing. So, keen to follow it and save on it as well.
You surprised at the price in this Queensland horse?
Yeah, I am.
Johnny Rocker, yeah.
I'm really surprised.
Did you have any inclination for it, given, you are the king in the north?
Look, it's raced in some good company up there, but...
When you actually watch... I actually went back and watched those replays, like it just existed behind those horses, you know what I mean? Like it didn't...
Yeah.
It wasn't attacking the line, it wasn't... but it was getting spaced and, it's just...
Yes.
It didn't jump out to me off those replays. I know Nick Ryan can do good things with used horses, but I went around it as well.
Yeah, I went around it. I just couldn't see. I just couldn't get it on the price. I can't see how it's favourite in front of Mornington Glory, unless the trial they felt is outstanding. But
right.
Yeah.
Kusini, it's a bet. It just has to be a bet at $14. You only got beaten by In Too Deep, who we both tipped earlier. Carleen goes on minimum weight. Has done another one that's done nothing wrong except run into a better horse. Comes to a nice race at $13, $14. I will not be thinking. I'll just be wagering. Lakota Fire, lightly raced mare now for Blake, resumes off some okay trials. And Mornington Glory, I'll let you put it in the Quaddie next best. Give us your Quaddie for, I don't know, plug something. Keen Cricket or something?
Yep. show us your tips.
There you go. Thanks.
Adrian D'Agostino, the great man. Here we go. First leg, race 7, Flemington. Quaddie. I'm going to go number 1, the Jungle Gym. Number 3, Ray Maginero. 9, Pink Bow Tie. And number 10, Zoo Sensation.
Cool.
In the second leg, which is race 8, tricky little affair this. I'm going to go number 18, Lording. Number 10, Torrenzino. Number 12, Greta Moon. Number 2, Dublin Journal. And number 6, Enotis.
Do you want an absolute knockout for your Quaddie? Chevalier du Foul.
Yeah, no, I don't want it.
Go on, carry on. Sorry, I'll keep my mouth shut.
In the third leg, race 9, I'm going 4, Lafargue, 10, Bel Air, 11, British Columbia, and number 8, Riot and Rose. And to finish the day, I'm going number 2, Wigham, number 6, Mornington Glory, and number 13, Kusini.
Excellent. I'm going to make my best on the card. I'm a little bit keen on In Too Deep as well, but I'm going to make it Zamourghini. Race, what was that? Race 3, race 6, number 1. Value, race 8, number 2, Dublin Journal. And in the last, number 13, Kusini. I think they both run well. Your best in value?
My best is race 4, number 7, Stefi.
Okay.
Magnetica. And my value bet is going to be race 9, number 4, Lafargue.
Beautiful. I'll plug Footy and Frothies just because we're going to do our Supercoach speculation show tonight, for which I've done zero work for Beaver as usual, but I'll try and make up something along the way.
It's bloody early for Supercoach, but when you're speccing him at early days.
Complete nonsense, but anything caught your eye Supercoach-wise? You've not even looked at Team Picker.
I haven't done my homework yet, but I know the young bloke. Cal's got Jaden Campbell as a speculator.
Okay.
Spencer Lanu.
Yeah.
And he's even thinking Tyson Frizzell can offer a bit this year on the left edge now Fitzgibbon's gone.
He was outstanding last year, Tyson.
And Thomas Dearden, he said, because the 5'8s don't offer too much other than if you take Munster.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
So they said that's quite a tricky one. So that's a few for him. And he had the Newcastle winger that's going to play this year, Dylan Lucas.
Okay, yeah, good player.
Yeah.
We've got all of that to look forward to tonight. I've written them down, so I'll give them a shout out. And you can come back and talk footy later in this year, actually. And we'll do a draft at some point, but we'll do that off air. Hey, let's go to Rosehill.
That's the plan.
Yeah, all right. 2-year-olds kick us off. We're on a good track, hot weather, and the rail in the 3 metre mark. Let's watch out for leaders, I would suggest. 2-year-olds, 1,100 metres, first up. And one's caught my eye here that's going to maybe we want to actually be able to make ground, given the way it's mapped. But the trials of the blue colours here, Caravanserai, were very nice. Both of them just ploughed through the line. It looks a nice style of a horse. And at $15, I'm going to put it on top. I think if Switzerland gets a run, it's a live chance. But right now, it's just been made favourite, so they can pinch everyone on deductions should it get scratched. And I suppose next best, customised Gate 1 Nash and the Stormboy form will probably look pretty obvious in hindsight after the race. But let's have a spec at some blue in the first. What have you made of this?
Yeah, open race, a lot of first starters here. I have gone through the Stormboy form and just said at that price, I think it's the way to go. Gate 1, Nashville Willa, Stormboy form. I think that's the obvious here without having seen most of these before.
Second is the Highway, 1,400 metre class 3, and one of the trickiest highways in recent memory. Could you find anything?
Found it really hard, and you're right, one of the most trickiest I've seen. I narrowed it down to 2. You can play both. Number 1, Aim Points. I think you can run well. Nash on board, and Miss Gent, number 21. I think it can run well as well. So that's resuming. They're the 2 I've got on top. But yeah, open race.
Yeah, been in some good stuff in its life, Miss Gent. Gent.
It has. It won well at Goulburn last start, and then ran some okay races prior to that.
Yeah. I struggled with this. Musical Affair is going to be leading up on pace. Put it on top, I suppose, going well enough. At the around the $7 mark, Associate comes through the only real highway form. It was okay last time without being blow away, but tricky race. It doesn't take much to twist my arm into backing Nash, but maybe Miss Gent is the fresh blood on the scene. Third is a midway, 1,200 metres, benchmark 72. I think the market's right. I don't have a lot to add on this, but I'm going to put Willado on top. I know it's coming from leading on some tight tracks, but geez, it's going really well. Has been impressive and is going to lead here, which is probably not a bad spot to be. Gently rolled, obvious danger. Say from last week, gets J-Max, a couple of double wrap trials. It's going to run well. And one for the exotics, Super Bright, will improve a lot second up. Who have you found?
Yeah, I've gone Gently Rolled. Gets J-Mac, gate four's perfect. Ran a long equine, King of Naples, before spell. That's good enough form to take care of this lot fresh. I expect it to run well. Only been out of the placings once in at 7 starts.
The next phase of this card isn't that exciting to talk about. We've got race 4, benchmark 88, 1,200 metres. Does Time to Boogie lose?
I don't think so. I think it wins and wins comfortably, and the price suggests that. So back it if you wish, but that's clear on top for me.
Yeah, leads and wins. Throw the second fave in. It's the only danger if you're having an early Quaddie, I suppose. The fifth is 1,100 metre benchmark 72, and Caballus in a new stable for Bjorn has trialled like an absolute rocket for this. He's in come back in great order. Did some nice enough stuff for Waller last time out, but I think this is a project horse, and if it's as good as I think it is, I think it'll blow these away. It's on top for me. From Epic Proportions, who will improve second up as well. I couldn't really make a case for any others, so still a nice enough price for Caballus. Yeah.
Same. I'm keen on Caballus here as well.
Caballus.
Think it'll run really well. Like the trials, and if it lives up to that, should take care of these.
2,400 metre benchmark 78 is up next. How have you divvied them up?
Yeah, didn't like this one all that much. I've settled on number 3, Yankee Hustle. Found form the last 2 starts, jumped, led, and given nothing else a chance in both of those. I think it can continue on its winning ways here, and this is a pretty open field. So I've got it on top. Main danger, Lyrical Gangster, never runs a bad race. That was a good win last start. Beat a fairly decent horse, I think, in One Felicity. Yeah. So if it can reproduce that over the 2,400, it's going to be super hard to beat. So I'm going to go Yankee Hustle just at the price, but I'll save on Lyrical Gangster.
Fantastic ride from Tommy Berry last time to win that race too, Yankee Hustle. I'm putting First Light on top. Berry stuck here. 2 wins in a row. Last was most impressive. Do I like this race? Not really. But Waller will probably, one of those two will probably win. Not that excited. The Quaddie kicks off with a 1,400 metre benchmark 88, and I liked the work of Powerful Peg coming into first up. I liked its run first up. Just got nabbed by a brilliant ride. And second up's going to improve. 1,400 metres going to improve, and it's on top. The only concern is if we are getting leaders Rosehill for me. If it does, I suppose Danistar probably beats it home. But to me, they're the two clear hopes, because I think with a better setup for Danistar, it can turn the tables on Robusto. But what do you think?
Yeah, I thought Powerful Peg as well for all the reasons you said. It's got form behind some pretty good horses when you look at Contemporary, Cholton Lane. They're both good horses here. It's had 15 starts. It's won 6, 5 placings, 3 out of 4 from this distance, 1 at the track, and goes good on these types of conditions. So on top for me, Main Danger Exelitis after it broke through last start. Thought it was a good win and ever consistent.
The 8th is a 1,500 metre benchmark 78. Can Step Aside finally get something right?
I think it can, but I've gone for Built.
Okay.
I just like the way this horse is going at the moment. Like the way it won last start. was ridden perfectly. I think it gets the right run here again from J-Mac, gate 3. Prior to that was a good run, and yeah, I just like the work that it's doing, and I think it's hard and fit, and if it just gets the right run from gate 3. Step aside's going to need a lot of luck from the 1, and I think just at the $4.50 price is good value, so it's my on topper.
I've flipped them. I'm not going to knock you for backing or tipping Built because I don't disagree, but I think this is a better setup. Gate 1, I don't think it's going to be as crazy a pace as last time out, so going to give Step Aside one more chance. I'm actually terrified of Crafty Eagle here getting Nash on a complete loose leader. I don't think there's any other pace here. I think Nash can lead as it likes, and that's what's got me the most scared. Built runs well again, and when I get to the Quaddie, it's not going to be that exciting for this race. The 9th is 1,100 metre benchmark 78. I do think Our Kobison can turn the tables on Tintuki. 3 wide the whole way, now gets J-Mac, inside gate. Could even lead this. Clear on top. I think Bubba's Bay, who will lead if Our Kobison does, can improve second up. Only nabbed late there. Anything to add?
No, I got Our Kobison on top as well for all the same reasons.
The last is a 1,500 metre benchmark 78. How are you finishing today?
Yeah, this is not the easiest race to finish the day at all. I've gone for number 8, Infinitive. The other Waller trained horse with McAvoy aboard, fresh here, but it's coming off races, trialled okay, but it's coming off some Group 1 and Group 3 races where it didn't perform all that bad. It was long odds, but 4 lengths off prowess over the 2,000, prior to that over the mile. Got right back and finished nicely behind Pavitra. So this is a step back in grade, certainly. 1,500 starting up here. If it's forward enough, it can run a good race at around the $10 mark. So I've got it on top. The other Waller horse, Centerstone, I think it's going to be super hard to beat as well. But I'm going the longer price Waller.
No, yeah, nice pickup, actually. I am going to put Principessa on top without too much conviction, but now, save from last week, inside gate, Nash leaders back in the last third up for Joe Pride. I think this will be a target. From Ida, who from that outside gate and Hippo going on will improve. Not far off Lekvade last time out. I think Bjorn in the last is alive here. And I'm now interested in Infinitive, and Pioneer Lass was not far off Lekvade either last time out, going well. Probably one of the few races on the card you can play some value. Let's find said value with the Quadrella in the first leg, race 7. We'll go 4 Robusto, 5 Dennis Star, 7 Powerful Peg. Second leg, 4 Step Aside, 6 Crafty Eagle, 7 Built. Third leg, 3 Tintuki, 5 Bubba's Bay, 6 Our Kobison. And we'll come home with 1 Ida, 3 Principessa, leaving Centerstone out, don't know why it's favourite. 6 Infinitive, 9 Pioneer Lass. And maybe for my own sanity, I'll put Cross the Rubicon in, but it's testing the friendship. For my best and value on the card, race 5, number 1, Caballus, runs well. And my value in the first, race 1, number 5, Caravanserai, is as good a value as I could find. What do you reckon?
Race 9, number 6, Our Kobison is my best. And my value comes up in race 10 at number 8, Infinitive.
Very good. What do we got in Queensland? Anything?
Yeah, I've got a few in Queensland. If you look to hold the phone here while I pull up my tips. Pretty keen on race 4, number 5, Ring of Steel.
Yes.
Lovely win last start. Think it'll be winning again. Race 6, number 12, Substantial, meets the easiest lot it's seen for a while. And one last chance for race 7, number 5, Emperor. If it doesn't improve this start, then done for me.
Didn't realise that Emperor was up there. I'll probably be tempted. Ascot, couple late in the night. Race 4, number 10, Rear Admiral, hopefully ready to go third up. Race 9, number 7, Comic Hero for C. Parnham. The only other one I had over there. Canterbury denied a couple. Race 1, number 2, Miss Hellfire Express, sorry. We'll go with it. And 4-1, Dakota Vroom can win again. Had a look at anything else tonight?
That's it for me, mate.
Thank you, sir. We'll be back with a midweek preview next Tuesday. Maybe something for Australia Day as well. And obviously, next weekend, we'll do it all again. Subscribe, leave some comments, leave your thoughts and best bets below. Now we've got a bit more free reign. Let us know what you'd like to see from the show. I know people are going to say graphics and timestamps. I'll think about it. Anyway, anything else, Beaver?
Nothing else from me, mate.
Thanks, guys. We'll chat soon.